Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Tayen. And if you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome, 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 everyone. I am going to be talking to you about some things that I've been sitting on for quite some time that I really wasn't for sure if I was going to share with the rest of the world. But you guys, I am in full alignment, my fullest vibration, my highest vibration. And I am delivering you this message because I feel from source that you're ready to receive it. So let me tell you from a higher perspective of what's going on instead of this COVID drama. Now, there is no disrespect for those that have lost family due to this disease, okay? I'm not saying that it's not real. I'm not saying that it is not happening, okay? But I do want to raise awareness and consciousness, and I don't want you to be fooled by the numbers because it's not happening as it's being reported. I have always told you that only the strong survives. And if you give in to the fear algorithms that are currently in the matrix, you are not going to survive. This is truly Armageddon. This is it, you guys. You wondered what Armageddon was going to look like. It's right before your very eyes. We are moving deeper into phase 5. I've channeled my messages from my angels for the last 2 weeks, you guys. I've been fasting. I've lost 6 pounds to deliver this message to you. Okay? So pull up a chair, listen up. You're not going to get this information anywhere on YouTube unless this may come from someone that is already living in the 5D and very enlightened. This information I have gathered and I'm ready to share. I've been commissioned to share and to awaken you to why this is happening, because I know I've been getting emails from my clients asking why are all of these things taking place? What is going to happen to the collective? What about the twin flames? What does this mean for us? Well, first of all, it means that the war has just begun. It also means that this is not our war. The archangels are here. They are closer to us now than what they've ever been before. Okay? And speaking of which, let me go ahead and get Michael's cards because he did tell me he wanted to have his say. Be right back. I can definitely channel Michael directly, but I'm grabbing his cards from off of his altar because I promised him that I would use them for visualization for you guys today, so you guys can actually see. All right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decks. This may be a long video. I don't intend to make it that way on purpose, but I do have a lot to say. So here we are. We're in the transitory turbulence on the reality plane of existence. So this is not a time to be alarmed. Now, interlinked are operations that are occurring on many dimensional frequencies operating within Gaia's material plane and just outside. So you guys, what is happening on this plane of existence is also happening on multi levels and multi dimensions. Let me go ahead and call in some help before I get right into it. I am so sorry. I was just so excited. I forgot to call in help for my transmission. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yadhe Vahe, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this reading. I also call upon Michael the Archangel and also my ascended masters from the higher realms. And so it is. So, one of my ascended masters that I work with, which you guys all know is Sonata, which is still Sunanda, is Jesus' higher self, which is still the same energy with Michael. It's the same energy, but it's in a different form of what in that energy he's able to do. For those of you that have worked with Sananda or do work with Sananda or Jesus Christos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's one of the Ascended Masters. I have many. Okay, so we're wanting to talk about these frequencies and how they're operating within Gaia's material plane. And it's just outside of where we are on this earth. Okay, so translucency of veils is clearing away the illusions, you guys. The smoke and mirrors, the ghosts and hosts are being exposed. We are now starting to see the crack that is in the matrix that we have all been born into. The energy right now is being dragged down. A dark tide of fear is hitting the collective consciousness. The cabal are using tidal waves of manufactured fear to enable militarized zoning. This is the reason why we cannot travel. Fear as a tool for fascism is locked down, is being used on the population to retain control. 5 Black Pyramid Anunnaki ships have penetrated the biodome, and they're now positioning above each of the 5 zones, you guys. The black ships that I'm referring to, they are called energy generators. They're not weaponized in a way that we would perceive it from like an earthly standpoint or on a ground level, okay? These positionings basically have the current energy field on Gaia. Everything and everyone is in a transition, whether they know it or not. Now, what we need to do is start alchemizing negative energies from above, below, and on the material plane as it's ongoing right now. As we walk outside each day. Now, the 222 twin flame source frequencies, which is 222, it pulsates through the reality plane, upgrading all of us as twin flames to beings of love and light. That is what that term means. It is an activation code. Now, this activation code is counteracting the dark tides. With tsunamis of archetype love, twin flame codes are activating the light matrix. And it's really going to be in full effect on 444. And the reason why it's called 444 portal is because it's on the 4th month, the 4th day. In 2020, 2 and 2 is 4. So 2020 is the Aurora Ascension wave. That's the Great Awakening. That's what we're now being bombarded with. And that is what is happening through the biodome with the Shambhala light vibrations. For those of you that work with the Shambhala light, you know exactly what I'm speaking about. A lot of this will be going over some of your heads, and that's okay because you will get the integration and transmission, although you do not understand it on a conscious level. You guys, I've been waiting to give deeper transmissions. I've been waiting to give you messages like this, but it's been under divine guidance not to, because a lot of you were not ready. But I have been coaxing you for a year. I have been preparing you through the guidance of source energy for this time. As above, so below. So Gaia right now stirs in her elemental transformation, and as Gaia is evolving, so are we as her children, as her ascendants, or descendants, I should say, because we descended here to the earth. Thank you, Michael. He corrected me. So, with that being said, we are ascending now with her and her energy. She is being allowed to heal. And the archangels are assisting our safety. And we're being held in the arms of the divine universal love. So we have nothing to fear. And I wanted to get that out of the way before I got deeper into this reading. Now I'm going to start off with some awakening cards just to see where we need to bring our attention to at this moment. Source energy, as a collective, where do we need to bring our attention to at this moment? Or where are you instructing us to bring our awareness at this now moment? Where are you instructing us to bring our awareness at this now moment? All right, so I got the first card. Stalker. Okay. Stalker. You know, there are some good things to be said about hello?
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm doing.
That's
So,
good.
what was the reason of your thanks that you sent me yesterday?
Sorry for the interruption. That was business. Stalker is where I was. And he actually threw me all off business mode. Okay, so when a person stalks you, they take stock of what it is that they're looking into. And I really believe that we need to take stock of what is being said. We need to stay away from the media, the politics, corporate propaganda, and anything that promotes fear. Anything that makes us less or feel less than what we know we are and who we are. And that's the reason why I believe Spirit wants us to take stock. And to be a stalker, you know, a stalker investigates and looks through a situation very thoroughly and collect and gather information. Next, we have the wheel. We are purging. We are on this cyclical wheel. Everything about life is cyclical. Everything has a cycle. Everything has a beginning. Everything has an end. And this system The 3D matrix has ended. And so the powers that be don't want us to see that. They want to throw us off course. They don't want us to know that they are upgrading the artificial intelligence, AI, to 4G and 5G, which is very harmful to humans. So we are being distracted with this little 3D mind game. So we are unaware of what is happening on the material plane of existence. The concept of world order management is infiltrating the collective consciousness across the globe worldwide. But have no fear, because it has woke warriors such as you and me up. For those that have already been awakened, it has anchored us even more in our furthertude and in our positioning. And we are riding a wave of ascension frequencies, shifting the consciousness from fear to the love vibrations, which is very necessary. The new world order is coming out of the closet, you guys. Orwellian surveillance system upgrades are happening on all dimensional fronts, on all dimensional planes of existence. The cabal are immersed in the full-scale overhaul update of the 3D matrix to the dark AI fourth realm matrix. The matrix is dynamic, responsive, and intuitive to its environment. The 3D matrix was static, running on linear, which is, we know, time. Hierarchical, fixed lines through the dense vibratory fields of the third dimension. So sections of the matrix are offline currently. The cabal is hiding this from you. It's hiding it from the general population by limiting travel across zones. We're not able to get the energies from the ley lines because we can't travel. Movement, smartphones, social media, risk exposure of the cabal's deepest secret during this tricky time for them as they upgrade their internet or their entire network to the frequencies of the fourth realm. The cabal are limiting movement to hide whole sections of the Sims matrix, crashing, going offline. The old 3D machine, as we call it, the old dinosaur, my angels call it, is dying. And it's in its dying days in the last phase. Outdated programs run risk of infecting current upgrading systems, and so the network is deleting trash to clear out the way for new networks to be uploaded. The physical real world is changing shape and form, and the cabal do not want this to be seen. Each day we wake up to more cameras, more surveillances, more archon infiltration of media and broadcasting networks. Fake news, fake actors, fake media. The demons are rising to take over our cities. Now, this is not a dark message, but if you are a light worker, you damn sure better know what you're up against, and you better know about the dark. Because if not, you're just doing it for child's play. And they will look at you as child's play. And I'm referring to the dark. Dark city transformation is occurring across all facets of the world, the real world matrix that we are currently living in. The cabal are hiding this by isolating us temporarily to enable the non-functioning parts of the matrix to be rendered obsolete. They also need time to upload the new network the 4D and the 5G dark matrix. So, what we need to do is that we need to step back consciously from arguments, disagreements, and tension and resets that are negative, and we need to recollaborate our vibrations so we can support our tribe, so we can support humanity, so we can connect. Fear is highly contagious. Love is the vaccine. That's the vaccination. We vaccinate our people, our neighborhoods, our little worlds with positive magnetized love energy, calm centered focus, common sense cosmic surfers in the game we are playing. The cabal, they are introducing the concept, the fear algorithm. That's the infection to the collective motherboard. This is the key component in the zombie apocalypse, manifesting fear and the fear mongering, the zombie apocalypse manifestation coding. People are being conditioned to expect, manifest a plague. We are being given instructions on what to do in the event of global infection. Similar to the nuclear fear programs of 1980. Remember, people were hiding under the table when the acid rain comes. Rinse and repeat, friends. Isolationists, strategies, and foundations of the zombie world. People are hooked up to the big pharma, the artificial intelligence, smart technologies, TVs, and depression. Cut off from the real world. Locked down, lost, disconnected from their friends, communities, interactions, and connectivity, which connects us heart to heart. The Black Mirror world of the desolate. The devil wants his playground filled with zombie clones, Sims who worship him. He can't be inverted. God with no followers. Have no fear, people, because guess what? The angels are here. Let them deal with the big and the bad and the ugly while we stay focused and not being swept away with the dark tide. Ground and secure energy fields and mindfulness of gratitude resonate with your real world, which is your family, your life partners, friendships, passions, joy. We fight fear with love every single time. The wheel has definitely turned. The wheel has definitely turned. What else, Source? What else? What other messages do you have for us? Rising above fear, purging out what needs to be purged, knowing that you are powerful with the number 6, peace, love, harmony, joy. What a timely card. We are witnessing right now, you guys, the Aurora Ascension wave at work and awakening the collective to compassion. All right? We are going into these energies that are coming. We know that we're going to get these energies because we're going to stay in our highest vibrations to receive them so they can come down through the crown chakra. All right? We are truly exactly where we ought to be in the grand scheme of things. The Anunnaki have been preparing for this for some time. Okay? The artificial intelligence is their ultimate weapon to ensure quantum technologies operate within the fourth realm. They need human chi. They need our life force. Do you hear me? They no longer require the creativity and the compassion and the conceptual expansion we are capable of. Ascension is the rising of humanity beyond vibratory fields of the machine manifested dark realms. Fear is highly contagious. That's the contagion, fear. We can firewall it with light. Box it in as a cabal has boxed us in, crowded out, limited spreading by meeting hysteria with rationality, panic with calm, and heightened emotions with a sense of calm and common sense coupled together. Each person will raise their vibration, avoid being carried down into the dark, slippery slope of the realm of the tidal waves of fear by aligning to the light field that is inside of us, you guys. We are the vaccine, beautiful people. This is the message that you have been waiting to hear. God is not stupid. God has his gatekeepers in place and in position. Trust that. Woke warriors have responded to the call. Okay? To the militarization of zones in divine alignment with Gaia's ascension. Generating positive posts, sharings, influencing, illuminating ways to make the isolated people and the isolationist agenda work for the awakening. It didn't harm us, it made us stronger. Self-care, detoxing the body, moving into the crystalline body, and removing the freaking mask. We got the mask, y'all. We got the mask. Take your mask off. Don't put them on. God is good. God is good. 2 and 8 is 10, which is finality. Game over. It's time to remove the mask. And it's time for you to depend on the light that comes from source, that's being heralded at this time while we are in our creativity, meditation, solitude, reflection, and our inner growth. This is a golden light to ascended beings, travelers of the lights, travelers and light workers, active on all dimensional fields. We are seeing the effects of the hard work carried out by those committed, and that those that are diligent light healers and light workers on the material plane, instead of fearing the isolation, we're woke. This is truly incredible news, you guys. Energetically, light waves are being generated in response to the fear from the ground zones. We are holding space, observing how the cabal managed this prophesied and underestimated turn of events. The matrix relies on consumerism to function. Consumerism is the backbone of that system. We work to produce things we consume. Zombies, clones, fake people, fake lives, consumed to survive. Whether it's the latest Apple phone, the next concert that we're going to travel to go to. This has been desperately sought after. Zombies need to be fed, people. The zombies, in turn, feed the system. People living and breathing their lives on the material plane are rising, and they're raising their awareness of this world. They're taking the mask off. The mask is being unveiled. Revelation. This is the ascension. Recycling. Remember, we talked about that will. Here we are. We're seeing with our own two eyes. The cabal are risking further awakening, a resistance and even rejection of consumerism. When people work out, we can be happy in each other's company and nature, and which is mostly free anyway within ourselves. Here we are, spiritualized, all in our God essence, non consumerist at this time, right? Direct alignment with a ascension wave, woke warriors. We're doing it every day. Stupendously well at that. Self-care. You can't even go into a hospital anymore. There's nobody working there. There's barely people in the hospital. We're in our element. We are in our element, you guys. We're in our frequency. The twin flame signature coding on the material plane is being generated so we can uplift the fear. The fear frequency is trying to override the twin flame frequency. But it cannot, because the 2020 award ascension wave upgrades are awakening people all over now. Look at that. The tide is turning. In response, the Illuminati have unleashed the dark tide. We fight the pressure to drop into depression, fear, hopelessness by aligning the ascension wave frequencies of self-love, you guys. Tribal connectivity, finding our soul tribe, connecting that way. Unplugging from the infected matrix of the media, politics, corporate agendas, military generated hysteria. People have been seeing military in their neighborhoods. That's all to promote fear, because they want us to be their slaves. They want us to be their slaves. But we're pulling people up because we're beacons of light. And we are awakened to withstand the tidal waves of fear. The woke movement is alive and well, baby. How about that? We're manifesting, materializing the light matrix by magnetizing in the love vibrations. How you doing? We're climbing that spiritual ladder. This is about ascension. This is about mind, body, and soul being in true alignment, and to seek alignment to our higher energy field and to our higher selves, and be as stubborn as possible to refuse to buy into what my angels call the COVID drama. That's what they call COVID-19. COVID-19 is called COVID drama. Right? And I believe that's all the messages that I feel for this deck right here. Let's get into another deck. Let me put this to the side. Okay. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective? What could we expect? That's my question. Source, what can we expect to see What can we expect to see? First of all, we know how to play this game, beautiful people. Let's keep our eyes on the prize and stay centered to our core, balanced in our light, and magnetized in our love frequency. Okay? Balance is the key here to not falling off our cosmic surfboard, so to speak. You know what I mean? And then I got the cosmic deck here. How timely. Awaken. It is time for you to awaken to your true God self, stepping into your autonomy because you were born for a day such as this. You were born for a time such as this. I look at Source as being the most benevolent, loving father. You know how when you were a child and your parents taught you how to ride a bike, and I said parents because I don't know if you had a mother or father, if you were adopted or whatever the case, I'm covering ground here. But whatever the case, if you know how to ride a bike, you notice that you started off with training wheels. But then as you got to riding and your caretaker felt that it was time for you to go to the next level, they removed the training wheels so you would be able to ride on your own. Well, that's the moment that we're in right now. All right? This is the training day. Stand strong, tall, and hold your core steady. Balance is key to not falling off the cosmic surfboard or the cosmic bike. Breathe, cosmic beings. Breathe. Lean into it. Exhale the fear. Inhale the love. Inhale the light. Exhale the fear. Love is the antidote. Love is the vaccination. Love is the vaccine. That's it. You don't know? Now you know. What else needs to be brought into our awareness source? What else do we need to look out for? We already see the grand awakening. Woo. Look, I just grabbed a card and it slipped out of my hand multiple times. What's up with that? Shadow self. This is why you're isolated. There's things that you need to heal. Dark brings density. Okay. Darkness weighs the auric field down. You are a light being. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? You are put into this isolation because this is a divine ordering. So you can take care of all that is weighing you down. All that is burdening, excuse me, I can't even talk. All that is burdening you. It's like that sometimes when you channel because you're hearing multiple voices sometimes. Because remember, I did call on my ascended masters, Archangel Michael, Source. So here we go. You are to work out what no longer serves you. You need to purge it out. Whether it's toxic relationships, etc. You know what I'm saying? Because there is hope for the future. There is hope for humanity. This is not a lost cause. This is not an isolated case. Just because we're all in our houses and we're isolated from humanity, we are still humanity. We are still what makes up individually the collective. Don't get it twisted. Because we are worlds within worlds. Our inner world reflects the outer world. And so, collectively, if we can come together with our consciousness and raise it in the vibration in the being of love, then it brings the whole world into this vibration. Because we are worlds within worlds. What is affecting us in this world is also happening across the universe, not the globe. Hello. It's not just limited to a human construct and the lower density. I already told you that the Anunnaki ships are here. I already told you there are other beings that are here, which we will identify with UFOs, an unidentified flying object. Unidentified by who? The government know who they are. You just don't. And these veils are being lifted. People have been saying they've been seeing sightings of these UFOs, and people have been thinking that they're crazy. Oh, what are they talking about? Oh, they're just trying to distract us from what is going on with the COVID-19. This is just some nonsense. No, it's real. It's real. Mother Earth knows. Gaia has been here for eons. She knows that there's other life outside of planet Earth. She is protecting her children. Do you see this? This is symbolic. She is protecting her children. I look at what we are going through, spiritually speaking. We're going through what it feels like after Mother Earth has birthed. And so she's going through what I call postpartum. And that is the reason why the things that were in balance and out of alignment have to come back into balance. Just like when a woman carries a baby for 9 months and she stretches out her womb, it takes time before it is constricted back to the original size before it was stretched out. And a woman goes into convalescence. She has to heal after she has a baby. Well, Mother Earth just birthed the new Earth. They were moving into with this Aquarian energy. All right. And we are seeing the manifestations of that. Let's get one more last card. It's time for humanity to have compassion, not only for other people, but for yourself. Individually, have compassion for yourself, have love for yourself, have love for your twin flame right now. If we're not in communication with our twin flames, we don't know what on earth they're going through. We don't. We don't know how they have struggled being out of communication with us. Some of us maybe, oh, our twin flame, they don't care. He don't care. He's with the karmic. That doesn't mean a thing. If you are in a true twin flame connection, you guys are always connected heart to heart. You're always on their mind, whether they like it or not, whether you like it or not. Okay? That is what a twin flame connection is all about. So have compassion. Be compassionate. You have to. Not for just you, But for your person deserves a break, a mental break, an emotional break. Send them love and healing light. I don't even have all my cards while I'm trying to put this up. Send them love and healing light, you guys. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed what I have channeled thus far. I got more. I got activations, and then I'm going to get the message from Michael the Archangel. But I got some activations because this is the whole reason why I wanted to do this. I wanted you to have these activations already downloaded, so when your codes come, you can get other codes that you don't already have. You see what I'm saying? So your system is already upgraded, and then you can get the codes that are necessary for the award ascension. Okay? Not too many people know about the award ascension, trust me. All right, so your first activation is, do you believe in magic? Oh, I hope you do. Walt Disney song. Look at that. You see that? Remember, I did that video just yesterday about twin flames, the great gathering. You being musicians. You see this? Well, guess what? It's no coincidence. It says the frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond the moment, to move forward and to move towards possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief and their manifestation. That's it. Have you pushed out your Merkaba or Merkaba? Tomato. The frequency of your Merkaba supports your ability to use your consciousness to traverse in other layers of reality and dimensions. So even though you can't travel across country, you can travel to other worlds. They ain't stopping shit. You understand that? That's what I do anyway. I do more astral traveling than I ever do on the earthly plane. So it activates your access to the Akashic records, inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. So work on pushing your Merkaba or your Merkaba out. There are meditations on YouTube all day long. That's how I learned how to push mine out. All right. I was guided to a meditation, and I have been working from out of 5D ever since and above. You have synergy. Synergy is that place of allowance, being in a natural ebb and flow of what's happening. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. Didn't I just told you guys the mother Gaia was giving birth. She just delivered that baby called New Earth. So we as her other children can experience new realities. So we as twin flames can embrace one another in our thinking, our working, our functioning, how we relate to each other, and everything that is happening on an earthly plane and on a global front is about what? It's about what is unfamiliar to us. Nothing like this has ever come upon us before. So this is uncharted territory. This had to happen because we are now coming together to be co-creators. We are co-creators in this. And we can shift the energy by our own awareness and by our own vibrational frequencies that we hold. That is the key. Only in a matter of time, all of this is going to shift. And I promise you, it's going to be like as if it never happened. That's just how it is. That's just how the cookie crumbles, because we are going to focus on, and this is my last card from this deck, the heart chakra. The frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and emotionally and unconditionally. It is healing, and the healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. And I'm going to add the soul. You guys, is your heart chakra expanded? If not, this is what you need to work on during this isolation, expanding your heart chakra, sending love and light to your twin flame, expanding their heart chakras, because we are the pioneers in this. We are the ones that are going to change the vibration of humanity. We are the ones that are going to come in, quote unquote, and help the archangels and the ascended masters heal the world worldwide and infect them with love. All right, Michael has some things he would like to say. So let's go ahead and see what Michael has to say. And we'll conclude. All right, Michael, give us our first message. Michael is the one that's spearheading all of this, in case you don't know. And this is the reason why I'm so glad I linked up with Michael. Lean on God and the angels for support. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Lean on the angels and God for support. Because guess what, you guys? When we do that, we allow for divine miracles to shine through us and everyone that is involved and everything that is involved. At this moment, please, please, I am pleading with you. Don't look to men right now. Rely wholeheartedly on God's source and the angels. Because even when you came into this incarnation, honey, it was God and the angels that brought you in. And it's going to be God and the angels that are going to take you out. So that's what you put faith in. That's what you put stock in, right? Your next message. You created this situation and you have the power to change it. Collectively, we all created the COVID drama, the COVID-19. We all, whether you know it or not, we were conscious co-creator because we craved a new government that was fair, that was just, that was loving, that was caring. And the current governments that are stationed in their position, which are relatively placed and temporary, have failed us. So subconsciously, so many of us wanted something different. Well, God has answered all of our prayers. Hallelujah. What other messages do you have, Michael? Michael, I love you. You know I love you. You're so direct. You are so timely with your messages. And I'm so grateful that you told me to use your cards to get this message to the collective and to gain the necessary understanding, understanding, and overstanding. What's the next message? Okay, the card just fell. My bad. All right. Whoa! I love it. Talk about hitting the spiritual lottery. You guys, Michael says that this situation is already resolved. This world pandemic is already resolved. There's nothing to worry about because we are giving our worries, our concerns, our cares, all of this to Archangel Michael, and he said that we are divinely perfect, and this situation and the details are divinely perfectly resolved. Excuse me. Wow. We are already out of this situation. What we're in right now, Michael said, is just the remnants. This is the end. As we know it, we are already living in the end of it. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So in the meantime, Michael is telling you to take your time making a decision. And I really believe that Michael is referring to our attachment to the situation and our need to step back, allowing for this situation to naturally unfold. Okay? And we need to thank Michael the Archangel for protecting all of us that have not come down with the coronavirus. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, God Source. Thank you, thank you, thank you, angels in the heavens that have protected God's people. We are so, so grateful and honored that we have not been impacted, even though there have been some that we have lost. Please just know that we are not in any way, shape, or form crowding those people out. They are not forgotten, but we are ever so grateful that we are still here to be able to have consciousness and life in our bodies, and to be able to still speak, to breathe, and to think, and to be able to still have a choice, because those that have lost their lives did not. Michael says that through this we will learn self-respect and to learn to respect our bodies. Learn to, in our self-respect, respect ourselves and honoring ourselves and doing things for ourselves that are pleasing to ourselves, speaking up for ourselves on our own behalf, protecting relationships that are important to us, and being kind to ourselves. Thank you, Michael. And Michael says there's one more last message. Thank you, Michael. Oh my God, I love this reading. This is one of the best readings since 2020 hit. Seriously. Bomb reading. If I don't say so myself. Love the messages that the angels and the ascended masters have given to me in Source and Michael. The last one is pay attention to your dreams. Do not let your dreams die because of a temporary situation that we're in right now. We have so much that is waiting to be bestowed upon us and unfold. all of you twin flames are claircognizant. And through claircognizance, we just have this knowing. We just know on a spiritual level. We just know. Just like you knew that you were a twin flame. No one really had to tell you. Well, some of you were told by readers. But a lot of you felt that inner knowingness, like myself. No one told me I was a twin flame, but God, directly. Yadhe Vahe. And that's the reason why I always call upon Yadhe Vahe, because I wouldn't have gained any of the spiritual acumen and knowledge that I have if it was not for Yadhe Vahe. That is for sure. And with that being said, having self-respect for yourself is not allowing for those people that are on the low vibrational plane of existence to pull you down and to knock you off of your rocker. You are kings and queens, priests and priestesses. You are born of spiritual royalty. Don't ever allow anyone to tell you who you are and whose you are. And most importantly, keep the faith. These energies that are coming in with this open portal for 444 is going to be amazing. And let me not forget about the pink moon 3 days later on April the 7th. Hello. That's going to be a whole nother video. You already know. In the meantime, in between time, it is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe. Leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. Or you can purchase a gift from my wish list on Amazon. And it will appear on the channel. I now wrap you in my love. And I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.